All right, let me go. We gotta do Meg the Stallion. We gotta watch the Poetic Flacco one. Just revealed. You know what's crazy about Poetic Flacco? I just find it funny and hilarious. I just find it completely hilarious, bro. How when he does his own videos, he don't be stuttering like that. Do he be like? Does he fake the stuttering thing? Build bombshell information that will exonerate Tory Lanez and destroy and ruin Megan Thee Stallion's career and her credibility. And they laid everything out on a new website. Congresswoman Anna Paulina is the mastermind behind this new website to exonerate Tory Lanez. And it all stemmed from a tweet that she posted a week ago where she says in 36 hours, we will be releasing new bombshell information that would exonerate Tory Lanez. It wasn't released within 36 hours, but instead... Whatever, Flacco. Whatever. Give me the... Show me the... Whatever. They released footage of Megan Thee Stallion admitting that she stepped on glass, but not just that. In this interaction with the police, Megan Thee Stallion was very concerned about her going to jail and her being in trouble. And to me, that Stallion's first out there. Well,
ma'am, do you think we're gonna go to jail? What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, can I be honest, guys? I personally zoned out and stopped caring soon as the best friend talking about she admitted to everything with a what you call it, with a what's the name, with immunity. I gave up then. I'm like, this is obviously some they doing something, and I don't got no business knowing it. So let's watch something else. Yeah. Let's watch something else, bro. I want to talk about black fatigue. But I want to talk about it. All right, bet.
Area, and there's a lot of black people.
All right, so I did watch some of this video, but we gon', all right, let's get it.
Black people are officially canceling ghetto culture. All right, let's see what they got going on over here.
The Bonnet Crew walking.
I ain't gonna lie. I slick want to watch the OG video. What's the OG video though?
Black people are official.
Hold on, guys. All right, I want to watch this one.
The Bonnet Crew walk.
All right.
Loud.
YouTube, don't read that. That's not real. All right. Black fatigue. Black people are officially canceling black culture. Let's watch and react to this. All right, let's get it.
Obnoxious, the kids are everywhere.
Black fatigue. This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made.
Black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there.
See, you got black people and then you got niggas, alright? It's a big difference. And most black people, we know the difference. It ain't even a conversation we have all had. It ain't like a meeting that we came together and had together. Like, hey man, alright, so it's the black folk and then it's the niggas. We need to figure out how to get them niggas, alright? We need to get them up out of here. We ain't even had that conversation. We just know it when we see it. Cause some of us are reformed niggas. See, black folks.
Actually, we just let them talk.
To live a common life, you know, job, kids, dog, you know. We abide by the rules. But then you had the niggas, and that's where you get a lot of your ignorance from. The loudmouths, people that always want to play victim but don't want to fix their own circumstance. Black people are now getting online and they're talking about black fatigue because they are tired of the niggas.
Black fatigue is a thing. Newsflash. White people don't want to live around ratchet black people, and black people don't want to live around ratchet black people. I mean,
That's it. That's it. That's the consensus. This is literally the consensus. All of this is just about white folk, bro. And it's be killing me, gang. My issue is like, why are we so stuck on this? You know? It's like we stuck on race, but then we don't want to be stuck on race at the same time. Like, these are the people that don't want to be stuck on race and they want to look past being black and this, that, and the third. Right? But then they stuck on race. Talking about white people don't want to see this. Man, gang, this just sound like slavery. This sound like slavery. Bro, you telling me this don't sound like slavery? You telling me this doesn't sound like... Alright. This doesn't sound like the house dude, right? The house N-word. The house slave, right? Doesn't sound like the house slave, right? Who been in the house with master and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? He been kissing up the master, but he also reaping the benefits of being in the house. You feel me? It's different than being outside and then with them niggas in the bunker. Alright, cool. So, cool. He go with them niggas in the bunker for one night. And he see how it is. You feel me? Bro, there's nothing different besides money. Oh my God. It's nothing different besides where you are economically. You feel me? Not in the slavery sense, right? It was, it was class based on, I feel like it was class based on, like, obviously, the white man, well, obviously the massa is looked at in the sense of closer to God. So, and he get all this stuff. So, I mean, if you close to the white man, you closer. You feel me? So I feel like, in a sense, like if you was in a house, you will feel better because you have, you know, I guess you're closer to freedom, I guess, in a way. Like, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, you will feel better than you would feel better than the outside slaves because obviously you're inside. You reap the benefits of being inside. You might look different, so they treat you different based on how you look too. They feed you different. It's just a better quality of life. That's what it is, the quality of life. Okay, so that's really what it is, the quality of life. So that's all it is, gang. And that's my thing though, which ties into where you stand economically. And then these folk like to talk about, oh, you know, saying, cause these type dudes that be like, oh, you know, you get some money, you want to leave the hood and you want to get away from black folk and stuff. I don't know anybody who's thinking like that. You know, I've personally I've grown up like in two different spots, right? So I wouldn't say I was in the hood, but I wasn't in the spot that I remember. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the suburban neighborhood that I was in middle school and high school with was much different than the neighborhood I was in elementary school. You know what I'm trying to say? And there was way more black people and people that looked like me in the neighborhood. You know, the duplexes and all that stuff by the elementary school, right? When I was going to elementary school, right? Boom. Now I go to Manor. Obviously I'm going to a pretty rough school, but I'm living nice. You feel me? Like I'm living in a suburban neighborhood. Okay, cool. It was never about getting away from black folk, especially as a kid. You thinking you not gonna see no more black people. Especially when I was a kid, I was thinking I was gonna see no more black folk. You know how happy I was seeing my neighbor. Only had one white neighbor. Everybody else was black, and it was like that's refreshing. I don't necessarily feel like no one moves on some I gotta get away from black people. I just feel like it's you leveling up your life, and it just happens to be that your people don't really be leveling up, and that's just what it is. I'm sorry, and it's sad. It is sad, right? But it's stemming from obviously education, and then the quality of life, quality of living. Like, what your money looking like, gang? You feel me? I just don't like this whole idea, and then we get on them. We get on them like, oh, you know, I'm sick of how you acting this and the third. Why they acting like that though? You know, they don't know no better, and that sounds bad, but we gotta have more empathy for each other, bro. Like, this is crazy to me, man.
Nothing like going to the Walmart on a Sunday morning, and then you see the Bonnet Crew walk in. Loud, obnoxious, the kids are everywhere, in every aisle, unattended, and that's anywhere you go, no matter what. They're highly emotional, highly sensitive. You can't say nothing. You can't even smile and hold the door for them because they'll look at you like you're crazy. And always the victim of something. Either you stepped on a shoe, you looked at them wrong, you told them good morning. They're never happy, they're never satisfied. And you wonder why normal, good black people move out of the hood as soon as they start getting successful.
This is exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. Oh my gosh. It's all about, you know, I feel like people feel that too, bruh. Like, I'll be honest, I really do. It's about how you carry yourself, man. Like, I feel like, all right, this is just some anecdotal. My mom, she dresses up to the T. Like anybody that knows me, like my friends know my mom and they know how she dressed, right? She dressed to the T. Now, we ain't got it like that. You feel me? You feel me? We ain't got it like that. But she dressed like she got it like that. All right, cool. My mom has always
felt as though she people be looking at her a certain type of way, in a negative way. Her people be looking at her in a negative way. But it's all about perspective, bruh. How you look to them. You feel me? You feel me? Now, my mom she also moves in a certain way where she's respectful. She's very nice. She's very kind. So I feel like as soon as my mama start talking and all that stuff, people let their guard down, right? Now, that's just my little personal anecdote and all that stuff. I do believe, I do believe people do act like that, but I also feel like there's a reason on why people act like this, I'm not saying reason excuses it, but I mean, if we figure out the reason, we can figure out a way to fix it, And I feel like the best way to fix it is education. Bringing everybody together is one of that, but education for surely, and money, a whole bunch of money. Education, gang, because it's not about us, because we already set in our ways. It's about the kids, We can't have these kids grow up with the same mindset, because that's really what it is. Kids is the future. We gotta do better, gang. And it's not even words I can do. And that's what I'm trying to say. And these folk always want to say something, but it's like, y'all not gonna adopt nobody, bro. Y'all not gonna buy no school, nigga. I seen niggas buy schools. And that's another thing I seen, bro. This another thing I seen, bro. It's something I also want to talk about between the generations of black people, bro. It's like, I feel like the older generation want us to vote so bad, bro. I feel like they want us to vote so bad, but I feel like we see it's no point, And I just don't understand the point. I don't understand the point of voting, especially if we're not in the government. We're not behind, what I'm trying to say? It's people that don't look like us that's behind all this stuff. It's like, what's the point? Like, yeah, we marched. Yes, we got bills passed and laws passed. But gang, shit really never got done like that, bro. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, motherfuckers didn't really feel change. I just don't understand why people don't. Alright, I'm not gonna say there was no level of change after 64, right? But I just want to say 10 years after, in the 70s, I feel like we all can point to that period of time as a distinct period of change. And it wasn't primarily through law. It was through actions and community work. I feel like we also being stingy. We get into this mindset of, oh, we gotta leave this, that, and the third behind, or we get into the mindset of niggas ain't grateful. And it's like, these niggas don't know no better. We gotta teach them better, nigga. And that go for the little niggas. The kids. What? We can't talk to these folks, bro. We can't talk to these. We can't talk to people that's set in stone, set in their ways already, bro. We really can't. We really can't, bro, because they still worried about all this other extra stuff, and it's not none about that. It's about money, bro. It's about money and education, gang. That's my biggest gripe. It's like, what we arguing about? We arguing about nothing. I mean, we arguing about something, but we not actually doing nothing. And then when we see people actually doing something, we argue with them. What's up with that? I get the encouragement to vote, but I don't understand the encouragement to vote. It's not changing anything. Mainly because we're not all on the same page when it comes to politics. But there's a lot of fundamental things within our community we can agree on, that we don't have to vote on. We can just act on it. We can just act on it. Yeah, man. Stuff like this gets me in the weird mood. I can't allow stuff like this to affect me like that, but it do. I gotta work on my emotions. But yeah, it's just that stuff like that be tweaking with me, because it's like, alright.
There are many types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood. And monsters who always tell lies.
On the internet, monsters come in many forms. Today, we will be talking about those who almost always get away with their actions. Predators. Predators have always been...
I actually don't want to watch this video by this guy. This guy's... I'm gonna subscribe to this guy. This guy had this video. This video was really good. It was a really good video. Hold on.
The inferiority complex is a psychological condition where a person constantly feels inadequate, inferior, or...
Alright, let's get it. About Platboy Max and Tay Too Smooth. I feel like there's always a deeper conversation with it, and this is the deeper conversation.
The inferiority complex is a psychological condition where a person constantly feels inadequate, inferior, or less than others. It is often caused by humiliation, comparison, and constantly being made fun of by those around you. Twitch streamer Tay Too Smooth perfectly encapsulates this description, falling in all three of these categories, which quickly led to his downfall. Tay was always going to backstab Max. It was not a matter of morals or ethics, it was simply a matter of psychology. Allow me to explain.
Maybe it's like a mental issue, but I feel like I got a problem where, like, I just like hating on niggas sometimes. Like, sometimes I just love to hate on niggas occasionally, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just something I get. I don't know. Maybe it's like I don't got no money, it's because I'm broke, so I just hate on niggas. But something tells me, like, even if I was rich, I would still hate on niggas, bro, because
that's crazy.